How we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have my official Awakened Ninja combo guide for you guys. So I spent a lot of time with Sultan in the BA to be able to produce this video for you. So a big shout out and a big thank you for Sultan for being patient with me. The way it's going to be structured is I'm going to show you guys the skill add-ons for the combos. And before each combo, I actually applied the skill add-ons as well. So Sultan did have to wait a long time for me to get through all of these. So that's why I have to give it a very specific big thank you to him, because it does require a bit of patience. And just the thing about skill add-ons, I was pretty quick. I didn't want to spend too much, waste too much of his time on this. So I was pretty quick with my decisions on what add-ons to use. So some minor tweaks might be able to squeeze out a little bit more damage from each of these combos. Experienced ninjas will know what the tweaks need to be, so do keep that in mind. And another quick thing, Sultan is a striker. I've got his gear for you here. So as you can see, he's full pen evasion armors. He's also using his Tet Sissel's Tet Centaur, and he's using the Tet Narc earring and pretty much a composure, which is a tri-tongue earring, with an accuracy offhand. So that ends up giving him 375 DP. For context, for the testing purposes, this was what I was using. I tried to maximize my accuracy to try and have more consistency to show the damage. But I did take off my necklace because I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to show off the damages between the different combos. But I'm only going to show you one clip of it. I don't want this video to be extra long. So I'm just showing you one clip of each combo. Do keep in mind, you know, there's special attack evasion, there's he's got special attack evasion crystals in his chest, and on top of that it's evasion, so the damage is going to vary. It is going to vary, but you'll get a rough idea of how effective these combos can be. So let's go back to the video. So we're going to start off with the and one more thing before we start. I will give a couple of tips for console players specifically. PC players, obviously it's not going to apply to you. You can test it out, maybe it does help you guys as well, but it definitely will help the console players out. So we're going to start with the very first combo here. It's a grab into Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow Flow into Stance Switch Serpents, Blade Spin Illusion, Malice, Foxclaw. Very effective combo. This is probably one of my more favorite one of my more preferred combos, I should say, from the Discord. These are the skill add-ons I used. So for the Fatal Blow, you have to have the attack speed. I'll go through exactly why you have to have this on there. But for the Fatal Blow, we've got the attack speed, the DP debuff. For the Blade Spin, we've got crit damage and crit hit rate. For the Malice, we've got PvP attack, and I've just put attack speed. This can be whatever you want. I just didn't know what to put on there, to be honest. Murderous, this doesn't even have to be murderous. You can change this to whatever you want it to be. Same with Katana Shower. These two, the skills that aren't in the combo, I just didn't change the skill add-ons. So ignore what's there and pick what you think is best for you. But finally, we've got Serpents Ascension that's got the accuracy and evasion debuff. So those are the skill add-ons, and I'll show you guys the combo now. For every single one of these, I am attack speed buffing myself with Shadow Slash and Seamless. And that's very important, especially for this combo here. Now, this combo is not extremely consistent on console because it is a bit slower here. So there are times, even when you go at max speed and you've got all these attack speed buffs on, your opponent can get out before you Serpents him. The workaround for console is what you can do. You see this skill on my hotbar? This is called Mark Explosion. It's in your Awakening. Put Mark Explosion on your hotbar, and what you would do is after the Fatal Blow flow, so after here, instead of stance switching, you don't use your Y or triangle if you're on PlayStation to stance switch. What you do is you put the input of Mark Explosion. This will stiff your opponent, so he would get stiffened, and then you're guaranteed to float him with the Serpents. So that's the advice I would give for console players on this one. But all in all, a very, very good combo, and I do like it. But again, if you don't have attack speed buffs up when you want to do this combo, you have to. Your opponent is always going to get out before you Serpents him, so you have to Mark Explosion at that point. So that's the tip I'd give on the first one. But like I said, that was one of my more favorite combos. This combo here is good, but I don't personally like it too much. So we got grab into Illusion Restraint. You have to cancel the animation of Illusion Restraint with Malice. And then here I do Ghost Step Stomp, but again, if you prefer Throwing Shuriken, go ahead. And then it's Blade Spin, Serpents, Illusion. This is pretty solid. I don't know. It's solid, but I don't really like it. So to maximize damage, we put the DP and Evasion Shred onto the Shackles. We put an Accuracy and Attack Speed buff onto the Malice. Shadow Stomp, we're going to put crit hit rate and crit damage. And again, Murderous and Katana aren't in this combo, so you put whatever you want in these places. And finally, for Serpents, we're going to put down attack and PvP damage. We're not floating with Serpents in this combo, and Serpents does have down attack damage, so that's why that's on there. And PvP damage just for, you know, a little, just try and squeeze out a little bit extra. Another option is maybe putting a down smash instead of PvP damage. You know, if you down smash, he stays down a bit longer, it makes it easier to perform this combo. And to show you what that looks like is right here. So he did get up. He did get up. I don't know if he tried to get out, but you can see the damage wasn't as good. This can be because of, again, the evasion, but it's not a bad combo, to be honest. It's pretty good. I just personally don't like it too much. And next we got here is the Awakened Grab combo. So Awakening Grab. This is what you see here. Now, skill add-on, so I'll go through it. So it's Awakening Grab, Katana Shower, Serpents, Illusion. Cancel the Illusion animation with Malice. Then you're going to do Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow Flow, Blade Spin. So for skill add-ons, the Katana Shower, we're going to put attack speed buff on for ourselves, DP debuff onto the opponent. For the Serpents, we're going to put an accuracy buff and an evasion buff onto the Serpents. Murderous isn't in the combo, so it doesn't matter. Blade Spin, crit hit rate, and I've just put another DP debuff on the Blade Spin, but you can change this out if you prefer. Fatal Blows, PvP damage, and again, down smash chance here, just in case, you know, if you get the down smash at the end, it's quite nice. You can squeeze out a little bit extra damage. And Malice, we got down attack damage and crit hit damage to try and maximize the damage for this combo specifically. So just to show you guys what that looks like. So that's the combo. Now, one tip I will give to you console players, this might work on PlayStation, on PC as well, is right here after Katana Shower. This is actually really similar to a combo I like to do. But after Katana Shower, I would recommend just murderousing your opponent before Blade Spin. You will get the stiff on him. On console, it's slow enough that your opponent is, by the time you do the murderous, he starts standing up, so you get the stiff. And then this allows you to change a few things with your skill add-ons. So if we go to the skill add-ons at the beginning here, what you can do is you can change these skill add-ons because you're going to have it on your murderous, so you're going to get your accuracy and evasion shred from murderous. So here you can put air attack damage and maybe crit damage here as well, and then you can change the crit damage of the Malice for something else if you prefer. It's really like, if you've got the accuracy evasion debuff on your opponent and a DP debuff, and you're floating with Serpents, you get a lot more damage by having air attack and crit damage modifiers on your Serpents. So you can squeeze out a decent chunk more if you fit the murderous after the Katana Shower. So we'll show it one more time. So you'd murderous here, then Serpents, and then do the rest of the skills. This is pretty much exactly the same as one of the combos I like to do, but the difference with my combo is I do the Blade Spin instead of the Illusion, and the Illusion instead of the Blade Spin. So I switch the order so I can apply add-ons more efficiently. But it's a top quality combo. I do like this one a lot. This is another combo I really like as well, personally. So Murderous into Serpents, Blade Spin, Malice. I do Ghost Step Stomp. Again, throw a Shuriken if you like. Now here it says Fatal Blow Flow, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Illusion. So on console, I know why it's in this order. The reason it's in this order is because on PC you can flip your camera very quickly. So you can do, after the Shadow Slash, you can instantly flip your camera and get the air attack modifiers on these skills here to apply extra damage. On console, it's a bit slower. It is possible, but it's more difficult. It's going to take a bit of practice. And one more thing, I don't know if it's the same on PC, but there is a little bit of a break between this flow and this Shadow Slash. It takes a little bit of time to go from this skill to Shadow Slash then Heart Aiming. On console, it just flows a lot better to always do Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow Flow. I find it a lot more intuitive and a lot more consistent to do these 3 skills in that order that I mentioned. So I prefer doing Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow, Flow instead of the order you see here. However, if you want to squeeze out as much damage as possible, you can get good with your camera positioning, it is better to do it in this order. But I'll show you guys how it looks. So for the skill add-ons, oops, let's go back 10 seconds. So for the skill add-ons here, Fatal Blows towards the end. I've put an attack speed debuff for the opponent and a down smash chance. Honestly, I was just throwing something in there. Maybe you can find something a bit better. But for the Malice, PvP attack plus 10, down attack damage plus 3%. For the Blade Spin, you got crit hit damage and DP debuff. Murderous isn't in this combo, so it doesn't matter. Katana Shower doesn't matter either. For Serpents, it's air attack damage and crit damage here for the Serpents Ascension. So now let's look at the combo. There we go. I don't really think I've got much more advice. Like I said, it's a bit more intuitive. On console, it's a bit more intuitive for here to do Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow. But if you can get good at being very quick with your camera positioning, you can get the air attack modifiers if you're quick enough. So that's just one note for the consoles there. So next skill we have is a block jump one. So I love this one personally. Again, same applies here with what I've talked about earlier. You know, it's in this order for PC to maximize damage. On console, it's more intuitive to put these ahead. And for myself, again, I use Ghost Step here instead of Shuriken Throw. But the combo is Block Chomps, Serpents, Blade Spin, Malice. I do Ghost Step Stomp personally, and then Fatal Blow Flow, be quick with the camera, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, and Illusion. So for the skill add-ons. So for this combo, we got the crit hit rate plus 30%, DP minus 20 for Blade Spin. Shadow Stomp, we got PvP damage plus 10, down attack damage plus 3%. Malice, we got attack speed plus 7%, crit hit damage plus 3%. And then Murderous isn't in the combo, Seamless is in the combo, so these can be whatever you want. And then accuracy and evasion modifiers for your Serpents. So this is what the combo looks like. So this is off the block jump in Awakening. Now, he wasn't trying to get out there, so sometimes the illusion, if you're a bit slow, I was a little bit slow there towards the end. Sometimes the illusion, you might not get full damage off of it. And one quick note I'm going to make with this combo, even if you're on PC, I'd recommend this. So I'd recommend after the block jump here, before you do Serpents, just Murderous him. You've got plenty of time to do a Murderous, then Serpents. I'd recommend Murderousing. This will allow you to be a bit more efficient with the add-ons. So you can have the accuracy and evasion shred on Murderous, and then Serpents you can put crit damage and air attack. And then I think we've got crit damage here, so then that will allow you to put something else instead of crit damage for Malice. So I think this combo is good, but I think you can squeeze out a bit more damage with adding a Murderous right after the block jump before the Serpents. But that's this combo here, another pretty solid one. You can see plenty of damage on the opponent. Next one, so we're going into a Beheading combo here. So Beheading into Malice, into Ghost Step, Fatal Blow, Flow. Again, I use, I use Ghost Step here, and then do Ghost Step Shadow Stomp, and Blade Spin Illusion. So this is what that's going to look like. Oh, I forgot about the skill add-ons. So skill add-ons, we're going to have the evasion, shred, and accuracy. Oh, that's meant to be an accuracy buff. I apologize. I must have picked the wrong one there. It's meant to be evasion, shred, and accuracy buff for yourself, not a shred for your opponent on Fatal Blow. Attack speed plus 7%, DP minus 15 on the Malice, crit hit rate plus 20%, air attack plus 3% on the Shadow Stomp. Murderous and Seamless aren't in here, so don't worry about those. Down attack and crit damage plus 3% on Serpents. We're not floating with Serpents here, that's why we're going to go with the down attack over the air attack this time. So let's have a look at the combo in practice. Okay, so for the next combo here, so this is the Beheading combos, by the way, so it's meant to start with Beheading. But yes, Beheading, and then I do Ghost Step Stomp, Blade Spin, Serpents, Illusion, Malice. This is a short and sweet combo. It does do a lot of damage. It is a good combo, but yeah, so I always attack speed buff to show these off, so it's pretty simple. Not really many notes I'd give here. This one, I guess this is more of like maybe a 1vx kind of thing. I don't know why you're smoke screening, because it doesn't do any damage. But anyway, it's Beheading, Smokescreen, Fatal Blow, Flow, Serpents, Illusion, Malice. Not the biggest fan of this one, but it is effective. It's not terrible. I don't know why you smokescreen. Ninjas that are watching, if you know why you're meant to smokescreen here, please let me know. I mean, I get it if it's a 1vx and you want to maybe catch the opponent with the smokescreen. Now here, I consider this to be a stylish combo. This is a lot of button presses for not that much damage. And I kind of forgot to, well, I also forgot to do skill add-ons for this one, so I do apologize. But your basic thought process is you want to do a double DP debuff, probably on, you want to do like a DP debuff, let's say on Ankle Cutter and maybe say an Evasion Shred. And then something like a attack speed buff and accuracy buff on Malice, and then I don't know, crit damage and something on Murderous, crit damage and down attack damage maybe on Murderous. You can't put anything on here. Shadow Stomp, maybe like crit hit rate and air attack damage on Shadow Stomp, because I think you're floating here. Yeah, that would be my thought process. Maybe like PvP damage on this one. That should give you a general idea what skill add-ons to put on. This is a very, very long combo, and I don't know, maybe it does more damage on PC, but it just, for the amount of skills you're using, I was a bit disappointed with the damage output. But let's have a look at it. Oh, one thing I did have to change. So on console, this doesn't work at the end. You won't get the damage from Serpents off if you do it in this order because of the break between Shadow / Heart aiming. I tried a million times. It just doesn't work in this order, so I have to do on console after Shadow Stomp, Shadow / Heart aiming, Fatal Blow, Flow, Serpents. So just move these two skills after the Stomp before the Malice, before the Fatal Blow. Sorry, but this is what the skill combo looks like. This is a very, very flashy combo. I don't consider it effective though. It's too many chances for your opponent to get out from a resist, and you're so busy smashing buttons, he's definitely gonna CC you. But yeah, that's what that combo looks like. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my combos, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why I do these skills in the order that I do them in. I did give you some like insight with the combos I showed you earlier, with the knowledge that I have on Ninja, but I am not the one that created those combos, so I can't say exactly. Maybe there are some reasons that those combos exist in the way that they do that I don't know, because I don't have the knowledge of the person that created it. But I've got full knowledge of my combos, and I can tell you why I do them the way I do. So I will show you my skill add-ons in a minute, but I'm just going to go through this first combo here. You can start with either grab, either awakened or pre-awakened grab here. Off of that grab, we're going to do Blade Spin. Now the reason Blade Spin here is our first filler damage skill is because 1, it's got good damage, 2, it's a super armor, and 3, it's got tier 3 skill add-ons on it. So we can apply a 20 DP debuff on our opponent, which is very, very important, and give ourselves a 30% crit hit rate buff. This is again very important because Blade Spin and Shadow Stomp are high damaging skills, but they've got no crit modifiers on them. They've got 0% crit hit rate. So adding a 30% on Blade Spin will allow these two skills to do a lot more damage. The rest of the skills will have 100% crit, so this skill add-on does not affect the rest of the skills, but for these two skills it does affect them and significantly affects them. Next we got Malice. So Malice here I've put an attack speed buff, so the rest of these skills get faster, and I've got an accuracy buff. Accuracy buff is important because we want to, again, have as much of our hits, we want to have as many hits as possible for the rest of the skills. You want accuracy buffs. Now, one thing I am going to mention, I'm mentioning this because I make this mistake a lot. You have plenty of time to go from Blade Spin into Malice, okay? Use Malice towards the end of the Blade Spin once you've got the full damage of the Blade Spin out. I say this because I make this mistake a lot. I cancel way too early. I do blade spin into Malice really quickly. You know, I'm pressing the buttons really fast. I'm trying to press the buttons as fast as I can. And if you do Malice really quickly after blade spin, you don't get your full damage potential. And, you know, I wouldn't recommend that. You want to do as much damage as possible. So just let that blade spin get all the damage out and then throw your Malice. Then we're going to stance switch and do Murderous. Murderous has an innate DP debuff of -15. So now we've got 2 DP debuffs on our opponent. It does stack because it's an add-on debuff for DP. This is the skill itself that debuffs for DP. So this will take our opponent to -35 DP. That's pretty good. That's very, very good. So for skill add-ons, I've got the evasion shred on here. Unfortunately, this is a tier 1 skill. So it is pretty unfortunate. It's only a 3% evasion debuff. But, you know, it's better than nothing. And then, I put accuracy on Murderous personally. There are some combos where I don't throw my Malice before Murderous and then Serpents. And the thing is, when I do Serpents is the hardest hitting skill in the Awakened Ninja kit. And for me, personally, the way I look at it is if you're floating with Serpents as well, what you want is when you do Serpents, you want to have 2 DB debuffs on your opponent. You want to have evasion debuff on your opponent. You want to have accuracy buff for yourself. And you want to have crits and air attack damage modifiers. This is how you absolutely maximize the damage of Serpent's Ascension. If you're not floating with Serpents, so this is just a tip for other combos. If you're not floating with Serpent's Ascension, obviously you don't want to have air attack modifiers. You want to have down attack modifiers because you want to get the down attack damage from it. But in this scenario, we're floating. So on the Serpents, I've put air attack damage and crit damage on Serpent's Ascension. At the end of Serpents, we're going to do Ghost Claw. This is a quick cut from me in the future. Now, one thing I forgot to mention here is if you're fighting people with high resists or like a resist build or they're just resisting you a lot, this really applies if you're fighting like Berserkers or Succession Valkyrie specifically. I'd highly recommend after Serpents doing Flow Execution. So on console, that is you hold R1 if you're PlayStation or RB if you're on Xbox. So after Serpents, hold this button to do Flow Execution. This way you're doing a float and a knockdown. So if this one gets resisted, hopefully your next one doesn't. What would happen is you definitely can't do Illusion. You 100% can't do Illusion if you do that. You can still do the rest of the combo that I'm going to go through in a minute. So you're going to do the Ghost Claw, second animation, cancel, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming. And then you're going to Ghost... They're going to be standing up here. You'll Ghost Step Stomp. You might not get the full damage from Ghost Step Stomp. It just depends how fast you are. But you will Ghost Step Stomp. You may get the full damage. You may get some of the damage. You may get none of the damage depending on what your opponent does. But then just get away from him if they're still alive at this point. Just ninja step away. But yeah, so high resistances, add this into your build. Make sure you do a Flow Execution after Serpents to try and make sure you get the knockdown if you don't get the float. Maximize your chances of CCing your opponent. At the end of Serpents, we're going to do Ghost Claw. Now, after the second animation of Ghost Claw, we're going to cancel. We're not going to do the full thing. We're going to cancel after the second animation and take it into a Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, and then we're going to do Ghost Step, Stomp, Illusion. That's my combo. Now, Illusion and Restraint, usually your opponent's getting up on this point. You don't always get full damage, so do keep that in mind. But I still like throwing out there. If you're really, really fast, you will get the full damage, but usually you can't. You don't always get it, so do keep that in mind. On PC, this probably works fine. You probably get full damage from Illusion and Restraint on PC. One final note, I know a lot of people don't like Ghost Claw. Personally, I really like this skill for comboing. It's got very good damage. I know it's back end. I know the third hit does the most damage, but even the first 2 hits, because of the 75% crit rate and the 25% accuracy and the 10% attack speed, I think it's a really, really good combo skill. And depending on your opponent, like if you know he's just going to die to the third hit of Ghost Claw, I just let this ride out and let the third hit kill him, then I don't need to do the rest of these skills. That's another reason I like to put it here. It gives me flexibility. I really like it. If you personally don't like it, that's fine. That's fine. What you'd have to do instead is stance switch after Serpents, and then you can do Shadow Slash, Hearts, Aiming, Fatal Blow, Flow, Shadow Stomp, Ghost Step, Shadow Stomp, Illusion. So instead of this skill, just take this one out, and then you do Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow, Flow, and then do the rest. But let me show you guys what it looks like and my skill add-ons. So these skill add-ons are going to be the same. I don't change any of these for any of the combos I'm going to show you. So for Illusion, we got the crit hit rate DP debuff. We got the accuracy, attack speed buff on Malice. I've put back attack and down attack on Beheading. This is in some of my, I'm going to show you the Beheading combos a bit later. Usually as well, when I catch someone beheading, I'm catching them in the back. So then I can do more damage to them. And even if I don't catch them in the back, you're fast enough on a ninja to reposition to their back to be able to maximize your damage. And then accuracy, evasion debuff on Murderous. I've put an evasion buff and attack speed debuff on Katana Shower. This is optional. I don't use Katana Shower in any of my combos, so do what you want with this extra slot. And Serpents, this is a mistake, so I need to change that. It's meant to be air attack damage and crit damage. I apologize. So Serpents, it should be air attack damage and crit damage here, not down attack. My apologies. So now let's get into the combo itself. Honestly, you also don't need the attack speed modifiers. If you don't want them, you don't need them. So we can see we stiff with the Murderous, and that's the damage. So I'm going to show this combo off one more time because he didn't try to get out there, so it's a bit unfair to show it doing that much damage because, like I said, the Illusion, you're not always going to get all the hits. Sometimes it's going to evade, like that time he evaded all the hits of Illusion. But as you can see, even though he evaded all the hits of the Illusion, we still did really good damage to him. Like, that's really good damage. And nothing's changed. He's got, throughout the whole test, he's always had just the Villa buff on, and I haven't changed any of my gear. Now, the next skill, so this one here is a Beheading of the Dead combo. So I do Beheading, Blade Spin, Malice, Murderous, Serpents, Ghost Claw, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Ghost Step, Stomp, Illusion. Very similar to what you've seen before, to be quite honest. But there is one thing, you have to be really quick. If you're not really quick with this combo, what happens is you do Blade Spin, Malice, and then you stance switch. If you're not fast enough, you then stiff your opponent again with this Murderous, so you don't float them with Serpents because you've exceeded the CC limit. But it does work, so I'll show you that it works over here. I don't get his back here. I'm just showing, since all my other ones I've shown you guys me hitting him in the front, I didn't want to change anything for damage purposes. But as you can see, it does work. And again, I didn't get the damage from Illusion, so he ends up with roughly the same health. Illusion, if you don't want to include it at the end, don't include it at the end, but it does sometimes hit your opponents. One big thing though, I would not recommend using Illusion if you're comboing either a ninja, a kuno, or a Hashashin, because if they get up and block jump you, you're in big trouble. Now, so here I've taken out the Murderous. I usually, honestly, I don't use Murderous because on console things are a bit slower. There's sometimes little micro stutters and the game isn't always consistently fast. So this is the exact same combo, but we just don't do a Murderous here. We just do the Malice. So unfortunately, we're not going to get a DP, an evasion shredder on our opponent. But this one is more consistent, so I would honestly recommend doing this one. And the previous one, you have to have the attack speed buffs for it to work. As you can see, like, we still did very similar damage. We still did, actually we did a little bit more damage. That's, like I said, the damage is going to vary a little bit, but if we had an evasion shred, we've probably done a little bit more damage on top. Might have even killed him, to be honest. So that's that combo. Now, before I show you the rest of the video there's 3 more combos that I used that I just forgot. Honestly, there was so much, I was going through so many combos yesterday, I just forgot. I thought about it this morning when I was editing the videos, like, fuck, I didn't include these. So here we go. These are 3 extra combos. I'll show you the videos in a minute. So the first one is if you get a CC from Malice, I like to do Ghost Step Stomp for the refloat. Then I do Blade Spin, Stance Switch, Murderous Serpents. This is the second float. Then from Serpents, I do Ghost Claw, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Fatal Blow, Flow, Illusion. Sultan wasn't available today, so I just did it on a random ninja. I've taken off all my, I think I got 160 AP here. So I've taken off all my accessories. So that's that combo on him. I don't know what his DP is, but trust me, this combo is good. It's really effective. It does a lot of damage. Again, it's the same with Illusion though. Illusion is probably like, he didn't try to get out. So Illusion is, don't use it against Ninja Kuno and, what's it called? Ninja Kuno and Hashashin. Every other class, I'd recommend if they got a grab, just go step away from them and then Illusion, so they can't just grab you when they stand up. Or don't include Illusion in your combo if you don't want to. So that's the first one. The second one, so offer Murderous, Stiff. So if you stiff with Murderous, straight into Serpents, and then the rest is very similar. Blade Spin, Malice, Shadow Slash, Heart Aiming, Ghost Step Stomp. Now, again, you have to turn your camera really quickly to do Fatal Blow Flow, and then Illusion to end. Let me show you what that looks like. And thank you for Nomad for letting me do these combos on him. Appreciate that. So that's what that one looks like right there. Again, he didn't try to get out, so the same is going to apply with the Illusion. Same tips that I've given for everything else up until now. Now, for my final combo, the third one here, it's exactly the same as the second one. The difference is after the Shadow Stomp, I do Ghost Claw. And here you got a choice, so you can either just let all three hits of Ghost Claw hit, or you can do the first 2 hits of Ghost Claw and cancel with Illusion, or you can do, which is what I do in this video, the first 2 hits of Ghost Claw, cancel with Ghost Step, and then do Illusion. Depends on the scenario you're in. Personally, I just like letting this one ride out. I think it just does a bit more damage, because that third hit hits really hard, and it's got the accuracy modifiers. Especially against evasion targets, it's pretty nice. But let's show you what the third one looks like. There you go. He wasn't trying to get out, so take it with a grain of salt. But trust me, it is very effective. Okay, so for the very last part of this Awaken combo video here, now I tried a bunch of different configurations. So as you can see right now, I got 2 red coral earrings, pen bags, and a pen Nuveron. So I'm 290, 292, 316 with a lot of accuracy. This specific build was able to kill Sultan the most consistently. Almost every single time I did this combo on him, it almost killed him every single time, but there was a couple times he lived with a little bit of health. So his evasion can still save him. Now with the Kutum, he survives a lot more often. It's occasionally I kill him with a combo with Kutum. Usually he survives, whereas the Nuva is usually I kill him, occasionally he survives. So it's right now better for the Nuva. I literally almost never kill him with the accuracy offhand, unfortunately. I also tried all 3 offhands with 1 red coral earring and 1 Tet Tongrad earring. And it was roughly the same, but I was killing him more consistently with the double red coral compared to the Tongrad. I tried Libras, I couldn't really kill him. It was very rare that I could kill him with Libras, to be honest, especially if I took off another RCE. So yeah, strikers are just really goddamn strong right now. It's crazy. I should have probably showed it. With his little AP, he can still easily kill me. I don't know how that's meant to be balanced, because this amount of gear that I have is freaking insane. Now I'm just going to show you 2 combos here because it's a long video. It's going to take so long for me to show all the combos. But so this is my combo, the very first combo of mine that I showed you. So as you can see, easy kill right there. So I'll just do the combo again one more time here, just show you it kills you. I tried the couple of the PC combos as well. It was roughly the same. Some of them were a bit more consistent than the others. The very first PC combo, which is the one I'm showing here, So the very first combo that I showed you, this one was pretty good at killing him. Again, sometimes he lives, sometimes he doesn't. It was the same with basically, I couldn't find a combo that killed him every single time. Sometimes he dies, sometimes he doesn't die. It's fine. Like, that's just evasion. So evasion builds, you're not always going to be able to kill the person when they're using an evasion build. It just really irks me that any other class that uses a build that Sultan is using would not be able to kill me. Whereas for some reason, strikers are allowed to have his build and not just one combo you, they can half combo you. It's fucking insane to me. Absolutely fucking insane. But yeah, that's basically all. That's the guide. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's long. If you're a newer ninja, I know it's a bit harder for you to follow because it does require a decent amount of knowledge for you to understand everything I've said here. If you're a more experienced ninja than me, if there's any pointers you want to give in chat, if there's any mistakes I made, feel free, just share it. You know, the more knowledge, the better. If you can help me out, that's great as well. Like, if there's something I've missed here, maybe there's a combo that you've got that you think is more effective than everything you've seen here, that'd be awesome, bro. Share it. If you know, I'll test it. If it works on console, if you're a PC player, giving the advice. If it works on console, then yeah, I'll definitely give it a go. And just one final quick note for Awakened Ninjas, especially on console, because you know, a PC, you're a bit ahead of gear. You've got Kaphras and other stuff. Honestly, you want to go full AP with Beg's Nuva on Awakened Ninja. I wouldn't worry about getting red coral earrings. AP is kind of king. The reason it works for me is because of the crazy amount of gear I've got. So I've got a lot of AP with the RCEs. I'd say if you can hit at least the 285 bracket with 281 to 285, that's really important to just get through the DP and DR. If you can't hit 281, 285, I wouldn't recommend you using RCEs. Use the Tongrats to hit those brackets. But feel free to test it out because honestly, it's only like $1 billion for an RCE. Put a pre-order down. When you get it, you get it. Test it out for yourself. But if you're not hitting the 281, 285 bracket, I think just overall, you're going to do more damage. Now, the setup you see me have here is not my day-to-day PvP. Like if I go to RBF, I don't use this gear in RBF. In RBF, I use Libra gloves and I use one Tongrat earring, Tongrat earring with Nuva. Overall, against a general player base, having more AP is effective. This build is only for very specific targets. So it's not like accuracy is important, but AP is still better, and on console specifically, AP is still better because there's not that many players running evasion. Over time, if you're watching this video in the future, you know, we've got Kaphras and stuff, and there's more people going DP builds, evasion builds, then 100%, yeah, RCEs are going to be more important. But on console, general rule of thumb, AP is still king for now. EU anyway, I know NA there is a lot more evasion memes going around, so maybe NA you might want to start messing around with the RCEs over there. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video and I've given you some insight here. I know it's been really, really long. Like I said, any suggestions, leave in the comment section down below. If you can, leave a like on this one and share it around, I would appreciate it. I spent a lot of time making this one. But anyway, I won't waste any more of your time. I will catch you guys in the next episode.